Okay. Hold on, let me see if this is working. I have a few minutes today, not a lot of time. But I am going to give an update on the SAFE Act. Updated picture. All of this green represents counties that have voted to repeal the SAFE Act. They've said we are not going to comply with the SAFE Act. It's unconstitutional. We want it repealed, etc., etc. The yellow counties are counties that have the legislation proposed. It's already written out. They just have to vote for it. 33 green, at least 16 or 17 yellow, at least. But don't forget, when I upload a video, a new update happens. So I expect to have 1 or 2 more counties added to this within the next 10 hours. And the white, my counties down here, have no resolution planned out yet. Now, our county executive, Mr. Rob Astorino, I don't know if you can see me, Mr. Rob Astorino said that he's opposed to the SAFE Act. I went on his Facebook page last night and I typed in on the wall, I said, I want the county to respond. There are 7 counties that have not at least proposed a response. I want a response. Another gentleman had messaged him and commented him asking the same question. And Mr. Astorino had replied to his comment, talk to your legislators. So I asked Mr. Astorino, can you make a proposal and call a vote? But I said I'm going to talk to one of my legislators now. So I went on to the county's website. I found the majority leader and I sent him an email. Obviously no foul language, obviously as professional as possible. And I told him in not so many words that I don't believe in the law. Mr. Astorino is against the law. Criminals won't obey the law, blah, 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 etc., etc., etc. And I reminded him, there are 20,000 registered gun owners in Westchester County. That includes handgun owners only. Okay? If you own 6 long guns, New York State does not register them. New York City does, and Fiora Cuomo was trying to register so-called assault weapons, but as of today, they do not register long guns. So you can have a couple of guys in Westchester County that have long guns, no handgun, and they're unregistered. Also, police officers. Police officers do not have to have a handgun license. They can use their shield to buy their handguns. When a police officer is getting ready to retire, about a year before he retires, he submits his application to the county for a civilian gun license. He says, I'm retiring, I need a civilian gun license. And they give him his gun license before he retires, because when a police officer retires, they take his badge, they carve retired onto it, and they give it to him as a souvenir. Or if he wants to carry his gun in New York City, he has to show he's a retired police officer. Okay? But police officers that are on duty have badges, not civilian licenses, most of them. And they may not be included in the 20,000. So when you say 20,000 gun owners, that means handgun owners only, civilian license holders, not cops. So when you incorporate long gun owners and cops, that is more than 20,000. A lot more. Okay? Do not invade Westchester County. Do not. Believe me, do not. In fact, don't invade all New York State, because we're not fucking around these days. Yeah. Invade New York City, no one will mind. Take 2 bullets, 2 22 caliber bullets, and take over all New York City. Anyway, I said, if you do not oppose the SAFE Act, you are guaranteed 20,000 votes against you next election cycle. So let's see what happens. Tompkins is a no. Albany is a no. Schenectady, where my grandmother was born, is a no. Essex is a no, Westchester, Suffolk, and Nassau, and I think Bronx County. New York City is divided into 3 counties. Stupid. Anyway, that's that. Now, as far as the lawsuits are concerned, Kampher, Kampher v. Cuomo. That is the individual who tried to buy a gun, a rifle, the day after SAFE was passed, and he is suing Cuomo on his own. The update to that is that he submitted the case as a civil rights violation, because New York State considers owning a gun a civil right. If you tell a black guy don't ride the bus, that's a civil rights violation. You tell a law-abiding gun owner in New York, you tell a law-abiding citizen in New York, no gun, that's a civil rights violation. He filed the lawsuit in federal court. The presiding judge is a George Bush Jr. appointed judge who was a Vietnam veteran, serving in the Army and the Navy. So, the Schultz lawsuit, which is a constitutionalist named Robert Schultz, who had to sign off on a form and mail it to him, no update there. The New York State Rifle Pistol Association, they're the ones who have AR-15.com, and yeah, they're filing a major lawsuit against Cuomo. They filed the motion which says, here is our motion, here is our complaint. You will comply in 90 days or we will sue you. They will make that lawsuit official within the next 9 days. Mr. Tresman is representing his son's friend and some other guy for their lawsuit about how the registration is unconstitutional. Yesterday when I got home from work, I called Mr. Tresman. Sorry. That was the stove. I'm making myself a hard-boiled chicken abortion. Anyway, Mr. Tresman, I found out last night on Facebook, decided to make that a class action suit. I called him to find out if I have to do anything. I called Mr. Tresman to find out if I have to do anything, and as soon as I got him on the phone, he had to hang up me because he had talking to the media. So I don't know if I have to fill anything out, mail anything in, etc., etc., etc. But there's good news. That lawsuit, Judge Honorable Honorable Deborah. I'll put it in the link. Chimes, Honorable Deborah Chimes. Judge Chimes has told the Cuomo administration the burden of proof is on them. By April 29th, they must prove to her that the law is constitutional, or she'll issue an injunction which will forbid them from practicing the SAFE Act until the case is concluded, whether that takes 1 day or 10 years. So they're going to go before the judge and they're going to tell the judge how the SAFE Act is constitutional. The burden is on them. They can't prove it. She puts an injunction on them. They cannot practice the SAFE Act. And then it goes to court. Formally it goes to court. And if he can't prove it's constitutional, our side would use that as ammunition against him, no pun intended. Also, there is a 5th lawsuit. Mr. Tresman is filing a lawsuit on behalf of a gentleman who owns a gun shop, and most gun shops, 80% of the inventory is illegal now. This gentleman says if the SAFE Act is implemented, his entire business will be gone. 5th lawsuit. And today, February 28th, there is a rally in Albany. They expect 5,000 people to go. SEIU, the International Union, the freaking, yeah, that union, a bunch of fucking hired goons. That international union, Cuomo is going to hire a bunch of thugs to protest on his behalf next month. They were supposed to come today, but they chickened out. And I'm like, wait a minute. You know, we believe in our cause. Okay? We're not a bunch of fucking hired goons. So Cuomo's basically hiring goons to protest on his behalf. Because he can't get anybody to protest on their own initiative. And there is another Cuomo video. There was a camera in the room when Cuomo found out that he has to prove the case is constitutional. You know, and the case is going to be class action. And the camera's Cuomo's reaction, so I'm going to post a link below. I think that's it for now. I have to go do shit. I have to eat my chicken abortion. I got 2 loads of laundry in. Yeah. I think we're done now. Well, like I said, guarantee you, for the next couple of days, will go green. You may literally fucking see all green and maybe 1 or 2 white by the time this hits the courts in April. Thank you.